What's up, everybody? Zanny Cakes here, and today I'm going to be going over the budget bone necromancer. The necromancer has always been one of my favorite characters in Diablo 2, and in Path of Diablo, they are an extremely strong class. They are excellent ladder starters, they're very budget friendly, and they have several very strong endgame builds. In this video, I will go over stats, skills, gearing options, and I will go over the best areas to run so you can get the most out of your Bone Necromancer. If you like the video or are looking for other Path of Diablo content, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what your favorite Necro build is, and I hope you enjoy. So let's look at stats. You need enough strength to hold your gear, nothing in dexterity, and then the important thing is you want to have 100 points into energy with your gear on. You can go more than that, but you need a bare minimum of 100 points to get 2 additional bone spears, and then everything else goes into vitality. Alright, let's get into skills. You want 1 point in Decrepify. I get life tap from my weapon, and then I do not recommend Attract. It was just something I was playing around with and was very underwhelming. We want to max out Teeth, max out Bone Spear, max out Bone Spirit, 1 point in Bone Armor, Corpse Explosion, and Bone Wall for prerequisites. We get 1 point in Clay Golem, 1 point in Blood Golem, and then the Convocation, you can get it up to level 34 with skill or with your gear. Anything past level 34 with gear is wasted. You do not get any more benefits from points past level 34. And then I've been putting everything else into Summon Mastery. Your Blood Golem will become stronger by putting points into Summon Mastery than it does by actually putting points in Blood Golem. Let's take a look at gear. We're using a White Wand in a +3 to Bone Spear base. That gives us a whopping +8 to Bone Spear and 20% faster cast rate. Gives us some vitality and some mana, all good stats. The CNC Shaco is very cheap and easy to get. Before this, I was using a +3 to Poison and Bone Skills Circlet. Anything with plus skills here is good. Peasant Crown or Lore Runeword also works just fine. Using Bone Runeword, it gives us +2 to skills, a bunch of mana, 30 all resistances, some physical damage taken reduced. All good stats there. Other good options would be Skins of the Viper, Kaheg's Wisdom, anything that you can get with plus skills. Scolder's Ire is good for Magic Find. We're using Trangul's Bracers. We get some plus curses, some faster cast rate, and cold resistance. Mage Fists are also very good. Blood Fists are pretty good for the bonus life. Anything with Magic Find is good. You can put Chance Guards on. Shield, we're using Spirit, +2 skills, faster cast rate, faster hit recovery, vitality, mana, resistances. Everything is good on this shield. You can also use Homunculus or any of the unique Necromancer shields are actually pretty good. If you find a +3 to Bone Spear Necro shield with 2 sockets in it, you can put either Rhyme or Splendor Runewords. Those also work very well. We're using Silkweaves. We use these primarily for the 5 mana after each kill, and then we got some extra mana, some defense versus missile, faster run walk. Other good options would be Alder's Boots, War Travelers, some rare boots or crafted caster boots with stats and resistances are excellent. Using Gloom's Trap for some regenerate mana and maximum mana vitality. Crafted caster belts are very good. You can use Gold Wrap or Tal Rashas for some added magic find. Rings are very open. I'm just using a lightning resist magic find ring and a Nagel ring for some added magic find. You can use anything with resistances, stats, magic find. You can put faster cast rate rings on. Ideally, you would want Stone of Jordan or Bull Kathos, Wisp Projector, Endgame. And amulet, you're looking for anything with plus skills. This one was almost like a miniature Mara's just for a Necro. Before this, I was using a +3 to poison and bone skills blue amulet. Anything with plus skills is good. You can get Eye of Etlich early on. Blue amulets, like I mentioned. Any crafted ones are with plus to skills are very good. Mara's is very good. And then charms, we're just looking for life, resistances. Magic find is good. As you can see, I actually took out all of my skiller charms and my torch for running this, or for making this video. Ideally you want poison and bone skill charms, torch and eyeless, and then life and resistance small charms. But since we're doing a budget video, we are not going to be running all of those. So anything that you can get with life, resistances, magic find, all of those are good stats. And then we have nothing on our switch. Let's take a look at our mercenary. We've got Insight Thresher, Shaft Stop, and Talrash's Mask. Our mercenary's primary job is to give us Insight Aura. Ideally, a Treachery and Steel Shade would be better options here. And then if you can fit a Splash Jewel in there and another increased attack speed jewel would be ideal. But the Shaft Stop and gives us pretty good damage reduction, gives them some plus life. We get some resistances, life, and life leech from our Talrashas, and then our Insight gives us meditation aura. One of the biggest benefits of the Bone Necro is that they deal magic damage. There are very few mobs in the game that are resistant to magic damage, and even fewer that are actually immune to it. This means that even though you do a single damage type, there are very few areas in the game that you will have a hard time with. And even in those areas, if you have a halfway decent mercenary, he should be able to handle them no problem. All the content that you've seen me run in this video was done with the gear and charm setup that I went over in the gearing section. And while I recommend getting a little bit better gear before you start mapping, I wanted to show that you can actually do maps with extremely low-cost gear and virtually no charms. The best tip that I can give with the Bone Necro is to spread out your bone spears as best as you can. The easiest way to do this is put bone spear on your left click, and then hold shift and hold down your left click as close to your character as you can. Similar to multi-shot and freezing pulse, the closer your cursor is to your character, the bigger spread you will get on your bone spears. Because the spread on bone spear is fairly narrow, your best areas to run are areas that have hallways or corridors, as those types of areas tend to group mobs into a straight line, making bone spear a very efficient option. Some of the best areas to run would be the pits in Act 1 Hell. You get there by going to the outer cloister waypoint and then follow the road backwards through Tomoe Highland until you find the entrance to the pits. Clear out areas 1 and 2. There's a super chest at the end of level 2, and this is a level 85 area, so you can get anything in the game to drop. In Act 2, the Arcane Sanctuary is very good. The ghosts in the Arcane Sanctuary have some of the highest rune drop chances in the game. The trick on that is you have to kill them when they are on the pathway. If they die when they're out in space, they do not drop anything. There are also a lot of chests in Arcane Sanctuary that can drop uniques, gems, jewels, charms, and they can drop up to a low rune, which is also very good. In Act 3, the Flare Jungle is a fairly good place to farm. It has extremely good density, there are no magic immunes there, and it can drop up to a bear rune. One of the best places that you can farm is Chaos Sanctuary in Act 4. It is very easy to get to. It has very good monster density and has the bonus of having a boss at the end. In Act 5, Shank and Eldritch off of the Frigid Highlands waypoint is very good to kill. They're two super uniques on either side of the waypoint, and they have a lot of mobs around them. Very easy, quick run there. World Stone Keep 2 and 3 are pretty good. You can run into magic immunes in these areas, but your mercenary can usually take care of them. And running Bale is good. Wave 2 might give you some issues as they are magic immune, but everything else is very easy to kill. And there are no magic immunes on any of the maps currently in the game. As I mentioned earlier, the maps that have corridors are the easiest and most friendly to run on a Bone Necro. These would be the Icy Caverns, Musty Crypt, Desecrated Temple, and Ruined Citadel. As you see here in this video, it is possible to run them with minimal gear. However, I do recommend getting a little bit better gear setup with more resistances and some more hit points, maybe some damage reduction before running maps. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite Necro build is. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I hope to see you out there.